Christmas wish. Nathan and the Blues helped his Christmas wish come true. It all began the day before Christmas. People are asking Nathan what he had on his list. For he was walking around town. But he was a grouch, even hated Christmas sound. But everyone tried to show him the Christmas spirit. But he had headphones on, didn't want to hear it. And while walking through the town, the little Blues were hanging the lights. Nathan put on his sunglasses, the decorations were so bright. Then when he finally got to the end of the street, his dog Jack was right by his feet. As he opened the door, he looked at Jack, and said with a frown on his face, and shook his head. Said Jack, "It's time to go. Get inside, and get out the wet snow." Jack ignored him, and continued to play. Nathan said once more, "Jack, I don't have all day." Jack looked at Nathan as he pointed inside. Jack lowered his head, and snuck on by. Nathan closed the door in not a nice manner. He scared one of the Blues right off his ladder. So the little blue neighbor shook the snow off his head. Walked over to Nathan's trailer door, started knocking instead. Nathan yelled from the other side of the door, "Fred, go away." But Fred, the little Blues, asked if Nathan was okay. So his neighbor Fred, the little blue, walked back over to his yard too. His wife came out, said, "Fred, are you okay? I saw you fall such a long way." Fred looked at his wife and said, "How could it be? Honey, he's going to be alone on Christmas Eve." Fred's wife Jane said, "There's nothing we can do. So come inside, Fred. Let me take a look at you." So the both of them headed into their little Christmas house. Nathan decided to get the dusty old guitar out. For he loved the right songs, that were blue. But this song was different than he, or anyone could ever knew. Nathan looked at Jack, his dog said, "What's the matter?" He said to his dog Jack, "You think you can do better?" Jack was smiling, and wagging his tail like a fox. It sounded like drums, as it was hitting a box. Nathan's feet started tapping too. He said, "All right. A song for my daughter, that's what I'll do." All of a sudden, Jack looked Nathan in the eyes. It's as if both of them were so happy, they even make cry. For it must have been Fred, the neighbor, when he dropped by, showed Nathan, people do still care, and brought Nathan's heart back alive. So Nathan reached for a piece of paper and pen. "I will write a song from my daughter again." Nathan's daughter Emma, and her mother, live in the New York City. For Nathan lived with the Blues in his trailer, with no money. As he sat there, and had these thoughts coming to his mind, Nathan slowly started to write the song line by line. For he was strumming the guitar really loud. It started draw a little Blues crowd. For they were singing, and dancing around the tree. But they said, "Where's that noise coming from? Who could that be?" As they followed, the sound was coming from far. They realized it was Nathan, in the trailer with his guitar. They listened, and listened, their little blue hearts away. As they all gathered outside Nathan's trailer listening to him play, tears of joy started running down their face with the cold breeze. For they realize why Nathan wanted to be alone on Christmas Eve. It's because his wish you couldn't find under a Christmas tree. And now the little blue could finally see. It was not that the blue presents were not right. Nathan missed his daughter Emma on Christmas night. And as they all listened outside Nathan's trailer door, they realized Christmas should really mean more. Slowly the strumming on the guitar, and Nathan's song came to an end. The little Blues remember the real meaning of Christmas again. As all the Blues hug each other just outside, Nathan looked out his window with a single tear in his eye. He can see the song that he had wrote for his daughter loved, and missed with no money at all, had give the Blues an unforgettable Christmas. One by one, the Blues knocked Nathan's trailer door, with their little hand tarts. Nathan opened the door, each of the Blues hugged him, with their little Blues hearts. Nathan's heart was beating so fast, as they all showed they cared. He realized the song he played brought them there. And when they were all done saying their good nights, Nathan closed the door to the trailer and turned off the light. And as he sat back down on his old green coach, to while petting his dog Jack, came an idea out of the blue. While Jack was licking Nathan's hand and giving him a kiss, Nathan named the song Christmas Wish. And not realizing it was the page of the Blues Christmas list. Well, Nathan put the guitar away and got ready for bed. He made a wish from his heart, not his head. He said, "I may not care about the presents under the tree, but ask Lord to bring his daughter come Christmas morning back to me." Nathan's eyes closed, then drifted off to sleep in bed. The little Blues had a plan in their little hearts instead. As all the little Blue gathered around the City Hall Christmas tree that night, they were thinking how to make Nathan's Christmas morning right. Well, Nathan was snoring really loud, asleep in his bed. The little Blues were coming up with ideas in their head. But no one can come up with an idea except for a little Blues. All of a sudden, they all knew just what to do. The same idea came to every little Blue. They would play the song for the world instead. So they put the song on the little Blues radio and went home to bed. As morning shined through the Blues window, they woke from their sleep. They all heard a sound coming from down the street. They all rushed to their windows and doors to look out to see. They could see pretty little girl with her mommy. Well, Nathan opened the door. He thought he was still in a dream, until he realized his Christmas wish had come true. From the Christmas gift from all the little Blues, and little Zach too. For Nathan was so surprised and happy as can be. Emma whispered to Daddy, "Did you write the song for me?" "Mom and I heard it on the Blues radio." "Well, at home, in the city too?" Daddy Nathan said, "Yes Emma, I love you." What a Christmas surprise. Emma said to Daddy not as much as Jack eating all Blues Christmas pie. As they were laughing hysterically in front of the tree, they noticed the Blues chasing Jack, as he had taken a leg off the turkey. And once they realized, they would never catch dear Jack, who ran out of their sight. And while Jack was enjoying quite a tasty bite, Nathan gave Emma a gift, for the timing could never be so right. And with one look at Emma's face, he knew that God had answered his prayer too. For Emma was happy to spend time with her daddy. With her amazing mother by her side, she had knew that her Christmas wish had also came true. And when they were all done dancing in front of the tree, that day Jack, Emma, Daddy and Mommy were all in the sleigh. And when they were all done waving their goodbyes, that felt right. There was only one thing left to say, Merry Christmas, and good night.